Good afternoon to you all, those that love J.K.M Sports and the 90 Minutes Plus podcast. Today we are coming from live from the Unam Stadium at the game between Julinho and Unam. Unam are at home, meaning it's Unam versus Julinho's today. And yesterday we had a good time at the Independence Stadium where we had Blue Waters play up against Tigers, and also we saw Blue Boys being beaten by Ongos with 1-0. And I just want to give you a bit of a recap on yesterday's games. Yesterday, Young African and Nampol drew 0-0. African Stars destroyed Young Brazilian yesterday in Okahanja with 4-1. Bucks were defeated by Julinho with 1-0 here at the Unam Stadium, and Mighty Gunners were defeated by King Kauluma Palace, KK Palace in Oshwaronga yesterday, and also FC Ongos defeated Blue Boys yesterday at the Independence Stadium, and and also in Okahanja yesterday, Ashoka Chula defeated Okahanja with 1-0. But today, yes, I've said I'm excited that I'm at the Unam Stadium. You can see the boys in the background warming up. That's the Unam FC, which will be up against the mighty Julinho hailing from Rundu. And also, let us not forget that other games across town, they are playing in Okahanja and also in Oshwarongo. Let us focus on this game today, and I'll be covering this game today, bringing you highlights, bringing you the captains, the coach, and also the men of the match. This is Julinho game up against Unam. Just in a few seconds, kickoff will be upon us, and on this side is the home team, Unam, warming up here on my left-hand side, which are taking up Julinho. So the Clever Boys today, they are up for their money. They are up for a grab. They need 3 points desperately, as yesterday they didn't get enough of the points that they needed to take. But yesterday, Julinho walked away with 3 points and a goal. And today they will hope to replicate the same. That's the head coach of Unam FC, Mr. Noseb. And today we are covering the game between Julinho and Unam. We are expecting a good game between the two teams. Yesterday, Julinho took home 3 points, while Unam took home a point. They drew yesterday, but today, hopefully, the boys will bounce back with a victory against Julinho. But also, Julinho are looking forward to keeping the bar high, as they have raised it yesterday with 3 points again, expecting more 3 points. And as we speak now, the teams are coming out of the dressing room. Unam in the red and yellow strips, while Julinho is in the black and with green socks.
Oh, the break one is good.
Yeah. I'm already writing 2-1. I'm just waiting for it to go in a post. Recording winning goal.
Yeah.
That will be a winning goal.
Find out now.
It's a winning goal. Can't miss, boy. He's a captain, you can't miss.
We are with Coach Luis Nelson, coach of Julinho Athletics. Coach, hard defeat, although it's very difficult to accept. Yesterday, you won against Bucks Buccaneers 1-0. Today, you lost to Unam. Tell us what happened to your team against Unam today.
Well, we were lucky. We got a penalty. We missed our penalty, which would have made a difference already. And unfortunately, we complain week in, week out about refs. We don't believe this was a penalty. We won this ball fair and square. The penalty was given. That's part of football.
Where to now for Julinho with the cup coming up, the Maris Cup? What can we expect from your team come the Maris Cup?
I think this weekend we've shown what we're capable of doing, and I believe we were unlucky today. So we believe we're coming here to win the cup, to win the round.
We are with Paulus Amutenya, one of the players of Unam, the captain for that matter. Captain, tell us how your team got it right against Julinho, and you even scored the winning goal.
Almighty, all the glory goes to God, It was a good game. It was a tough game against Julinho. These are teams that come to you and just want to run. So they like to put their tempo high. And then we matched the tempo and we kept on fighting until the last minute, and that's how we got the goal.
Your team is known for always producing or having probably the youngest squad in the Premier League. How do you guys get it right to play against experience?
It's all about the confidence, Once the boys are confident, nothing can bring you down. It does not matter about the age. The age, these are boys. We are willing to learn, We're willing to learn, and we take everything serious and just go in the field with confidence, and eventually we'll get the results.
You play international football, of course. You are highly rated. Just tell us, how did you grow as a player the past few years?
I think it's all about hard work. I worked hard. I see how international is. It's not easy. It's not easy. You have to be physically good. So all I'm doing is working on myself in the free time. That we have when we're not training, I'm up in the gym. Doing what I have to do as a footballer. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, we are with Unam head coach Robert Baggio Nelson. Yesterday your team broke points at home. Today you managed to win against a stubborn Julinho team. Tell us how the game went for your team and how you got it right.
Obviously, had to grind some results out from yesterday's draw. Obviously, it was a difficult game. We know what Julinho is capable. We know probably playing the same way we play. And we just had to run out the results to take 4 points on the weekend.
You are now heading into a different competition, the Maris Cup competition. Obviously, as a head coach, you want to win every game that comes your way. How your team is going to prepare in the Maris Cup?
No, obviously, we will just prepare the same way we obviously prepare in the league, but only the approach that will change, on the match day. Because, it's a knockout, so you need to look for early goals, obviously. So, how we're going to approach, that will the only thing that's going to change.
Coach, you have played at the highest level, and it's becoming a problem now in Namibia where spectators don't come in big numbers to come support you. Tell us a little bit, have you ever experienced such a thing when you were playing abroad, looking at Namibia level of when it comes to coming in big numbers to come watch local teams?
First of all, I will say I have never played in a small crowd since I have been playing outside of the country. Match days for me, whether I play home or away, it was about 80, 40, 90,000 people. But I think we just need to advertise the games more often. The league needs to be advertised, games need to be advertised on TV to pull the crowds. So hopefully, maybe in due time, things may change. You never know. But obviously, playing Unam, we don't have a big crowd. We only have students as our crowds, and Maybe double headers. Also, it's a little bit of course of it because the level of the games also drop on one day because one day the team will give everything. On Saturday's game, Sunday's game, the level drops because of the tiredness of the bodies.
All right. Thank you so much, Coach.
We are here today at the Unam Stadium. We saw how the team played, and I've been here since first half, and I saw that Unam started a bit low, but they picked up in the second half. But can you tell us the second half? How was the ball movement? How was the players, and which team was dominant, even though Unam won?
For me, I was so impressed with Julinho, the start of playing. At least they have identity. As always, they give it all. This is a team that traveled more than 700 kilometers from Rundu coming to Windhoek to come play against a well-coached and well-trained team in Unam.
Yes.
Yeah, you ask about. I like the setup of Julinho. I thought they took the game to Unam, but sometimes also in football you need a bit of luck, and this is what happened to Unam. To Unam scoring a goal because of those cool errors made by Julinho defenders. But overall, I think Julinho played well. The good game, and take nothing away from Unam as well. This is a team that have lots of young players that has been there now for some couple of seasons. Some maybe probably only 1 or 2 seasons, but you can see that Unam, they need business. But I was so impressed with Julinho in the second half.
All right. And now up against and walk us through the winning goal by Amutenya.
Yeah, it's a well taken penalty. Maybe somebody might say the keeper could have done better because it was going on his right side. But Amutenya is an international player, so he knows how to score penalty. It's not the first time that he's scoring a penalty, actually. Yeah, but overall, let's just say it was a good, well taken penalty by Brave Warriors player Amutenya.
Awesome. And I think given Amutenya scoring the winning goal, I saw like the last 20 minutes, he showed leadership.
Yeah.
He showed like he's a leader and he's also a senior player given that he's in the national team. And he pushed forward to get the goal. Finally, his leadership paid off. Is leadership important in football, or what is your comment on that?
And this is the problem that many of the teams are struggling. When you don't have a leader in your team, it's very difficult for a team to maintain that tempo of winning or the winning mentality. And I'm taking nothing away from Mutenya. He's a young player. He's not somebody that you think is somebody who's in his 30s or sort of. This is a kid. We call him, he's a kid.
Yeah.
But his leadership, you can see when he's talking to his player, when the team have lost the ball, you can see how he's telling the players, oh, let's recover.
Yes.
Let's pass more of the ball. Let's take the ball forward. When we're at the back, the keeper, you put it sideways. You put it in the middle. We attack. And this is what he did. And this is what we need. And it would be good if Amutenya do the same thing when it comes to the national team. Not as a captain, but as one of the leaders in the Brave Warriors. I know people, they look at it, we have the Peter Shamule. But look, I'm so impressed with Amutenya. I will not be surprised to see him going outside Namibia to go and play in Botswana or in South Africa. Leadership is very important, and this is something that many of the teams are lacking in Namibia.
Right. Given that we have wrapped up the game between Julinho and Unam, up against coming up now is Buccaneers Bucks versus Kuka Tops. What is your take on that? What's the comment and what is expected of the Bucks since they dropped points yesterday?
We are talking about 2 struggling teams currently in the league. They are all, let's say, they are all fighting relegation. Kuka Tops, we can call it, they are coachless. The coach just resigned, or he was fired, I don't know. But rumors are saying that he was let go, although he resigned. You look at the Bucks team that is coached by James Brits, a good coach. He's very good at when it comes to junior football. I'm expecting to see a very close game. But take nothing away from Bucks, they have more experienced players, of which they are coming up against a team that have players that have not played at the highest level before. Some of these players, they are in their first season playing top flight football. If you ask me who's going to take who's going to win the match, I'll give it to Bucks. And remember also, these are 2 teams that have a bit of identity because their kids are well known as black and white because they derived from Orlando Pirates, South Africa. Bucks Buccaneers, we all know, is a group of people that came from Orlando Pirates, a team that got relegated last season. So it's all about who is going to win them? Where will the ball be won? Is it in the midfield, or is it going to be somewhere up front in the attacking field? It all depends. But I still think Bucks Buchanan will be too strong for Kukatops.
Yeah, I think I also agree with you, given that most of the players that are in Bucks were in Civics, and also some from other clubs, meaning experienced players that have Premier League game time, unlike Kukatops that have players only from the second division that promoted the team. But I think it will be a good afternoon. The weather is type of favorable to us, a bit of a cool breeze. And yeah, I think it's time that we end. Any comment on the supporters?
Yeah, that's the most disturbing and probably one of the sad moments to have only probably, let's say, maybe 20 supporters or 30 supporters. It's very sad for our football. We've been crying for football to return. Football returns. People on social media making too much noise, but take nothing away from regions. In the regions, that's where people come out in big numbers. Maybe because the stadium there, they are a bit smaller compared to Windhoek. Even Unam Stadium is much bigger than the other fields. They have more big capacity than the others. But Windhoek, it's becoming a sad reality when it comes to people coming on in big numbers to support. As we just interviewed Robert Nausep saying, he have never played in an empty stadium like this in his entire life, to see only few people and mostly but maybe only students coming out. And it's a sad reality. NFA need to do something more. I know the people that are blaming the clubs, they are not advertising a lot. But again, do clubs have money? No, they don't have money. Who can assist them? Corporate. Do corporate want to come on board? No. Yes, they do come, but just little. You can't give me 50,000 per maybe an annual or 100,000, whatever they talk, and you want me to market. How am I going to pay for my players? How am I going to pay transport? How am I going to pay accommodation for players to come? Let's say they're coming to Windhoek. No, we need to change. Maybe it's us, the people, that need to change our attitude, or maybe the media us. Maybe we have to be aggressive in marketing our own product.
All right. Thank you so much, Michael. Thank you for your time, and let's have it again at the second half or after a game.
Okay, thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.